set.
That's right, Chris.
I feel
So
good going into this.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you met Amanda.
Well, we met online, and all the normal stuff, good. Like, she was really pretty, we chatted a lot. I was super excited to go out on a date with her and everything, but that's where we ran into the first little roadblock. Her schedule was really, really tight. I work as a nurse, and the only day she was available would have been right at the end of a 35-hour shift.
Oh my gosh.
Why is that not illegal?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no, like, could be a big fault. Probably should pay a lot more.
Right, but we'll get into that on a separate call.
Yeah.
Did you go on the date after your long shift?
I did.
Wow.
I needed, well, if it wasn't for this chance, there wasn't going to be another chance.
And how did it go?
I didn't fall asleep.
All right.
You know,
Most people, when they say I didn't fall asleep on a date, that wouldn't be a huge victory. But for Chris, that's a big win.
We
Right.
We're proud of
She
you.
was impressed too. Impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine you're so tired that you're not even nervous when you're, like, what'd you guys do, go to drinks?
Yeah, we went for drinks, and the thing is, I didn't tell her that it was going to be at the end of a 35-hour shift.
Oh,
I didn't want her to worry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna honestly think about it from her angle. If someone said I'm at the end of the I would be like, do not go out with me. You need to sleep. There's no way I'm gonna go. So I can see why you guys.
No, I feel like
snuck it
thanks
in.
for making time. Do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, Alexis.
Just saying.
Okay, so how did it go?
It started out great. Ordered a couple of martinis, talked about our lives, talked about our dogs. We both have dogs. We were vibing on a bunch of stuff. I mean, everything was going awesome. And then she was like, hey, I need to go to the restroom real quick. I waited a while, and she just never came back.
Oh no.
She ditched you?
This is why I never let women go to the restroom. I'm just like, we
Let
have to
them?
wait.
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, you go after we're done.
Yeah. Pee on you, Jeff.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
So what? She never came back?
No, well, she sort of came back. 'Cause after a while, I asked the bartender, I'm like, hey, have you seen this girl I was with? And he's like, yeah, no, I totally saw her. She left a 20 on the bar and left.
Oh, that's confirmation.
Dude, did you text her? I'd be so, I mean, you probably were so tired that you couldn't even muster anger, but.
Or maybe you were so tired, like the date actually went through and ended, and you just don't realize it.
Remember the end of it?
She's like, we kissed and everything. What do you mean?
What's the last thing that you do remember about the end of the day? How did it end?
Her leaving, me just standing there and being like, hey, this really just happened at the end of a 35-hour shift. And then I went home and slept for 12 hours.
Oh my God. Did you, like, call her and read her the riot act? Like, where were you emotionally?
I mean, I'm just generally not that angry of a guy, because all I've been running through my head is like, maybe I came across a little more out of it than I thought. Maybe like something weird slipped out of my mouth, but I can't imagine.
Like a piece of broccoli came out of your mouth? Like a word?
That makes sense, bro, because if you're on a date and someone's like yawning and they're exhausted, you make me feel like you're boring.
Ditch him though.
Yeah.
You have to do something bad.
Yeah.
And why do you want to call her again? Why would you want to see her?
Well, I wanted to date in the first place, right? So all that stuff is still kind of there. And this is what she did that's pretty harsh. But listen, it's your guys 1,000. I don't want this to be another, like, L in the column.
Hey, we're used to being in the loser bracket. It's fine.
Don't worry.
Even if she doesn't want to go out again, like, nothing like this has ever happened to me before. And I need to know why.
Yeah, okay. You're looking mainly for the reason, even if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But we do want to send you on another date, and we're going to, like, really press the fact that you're an amazing healthcare worker.
Yeah, dude.
You're a hard worker.
And she's going to feel so guilty when she finds out that you had just finished a 35-hour shift and she ditched you.
Or do you still not want her to know that?
I mean, it's not that I don't want her to know, but I also don't want her to just say yes to another date out of pity.
Well, I do. I want her to
She should get
I want
that.
to guilt trip her until she says yes. Maybe that's just the Jewishness in me. But I swear it works.
At least get her out again and then you can ditch her.
And
Losses are 1,000.
yeah, remember our record. We have 940 losses. We need one in the win column by whatever means
Get
necessary.
the
You
W.
think you're desperate.
All right, pity date coming
That's
up
right.
on our 1,000th second date update.
Man, that
right
sounds
after
good.
this.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, not an outtake. Oh, it's like that.
No. Today's is an off day.
Okay.
This is the off day, you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know,
Sounds like an
right?
off
Can you
day.
imagine when he's on?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All
He
right.
saves it for his patients.
Okay, well, we're going to save all of your energy until we call you into the conversation.
And I'll try my best to be nice, because right now I am not happy with her.
Uh-oh.
I appreciate this because I need to know why.
Let's get there. We'll find your why.
I'll
I
tell
don't
you
know. I
after.
feel very.
Let's
go.
I like that attitude.
Yeah.
Let's make the 1,000th second date phone call. Hopefully end it on a good note. Here we go.
Hello?
Right off the bat, the judgment.
I didn't say anything. Hi,
Didn't have to.
Amanda.
Hey, Amanda? Is this Amanda?
This is she.
Hey,
Hi.
you may or may not know us, but we are a morning radio show. We're called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, and we would love to talk to you a little bit about your personal life.
Just one specific thing.
Yeah,
Not all of it.
I would love to talk to you about your entire life, but if you want, we could just focus on the dating aspect because we're doing a segment called the Second Date Update, and we're trying to help out one of our listeners that you met up with the other night named Chris.
Oh. This is an interesting conversation. Okay.
Yeah, we'd like to gauge how you feel about Chris and the chances of you guys meeting up for a second date.
Is that really?
Well, I'm assuming that, you have a story that he emailed you or something. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
I was just trying to read your vibe first before I told you what we know about it.
Right.
Because here's the information that we have. We know that you two met online, that you both have very busy schedules, and this was the only night that you guys could get together. And so you went to a bar, had drinks, and talked about a lot of stuff like your lives and your dogs.
And he really felt like you guys were like having a good time, like really connecting in conversation. Did you feel that?
I did. I agree. It was nice.
The thing is, he didn't tell us the exact amount of time that the two of you were there, but from the sound of it, it was around 15 to 20 minutes maybe, and then you excused yourself to go to the bathroom and never came back to the table.
Well,
Before you tell us your excuse about why you did it,
And why you don't sound guilty right now, I'd also like to
I
know.
think you do need to know something about Chris, that he is a dedicated healthcare worker who had just come off a 35-hour shift to meet up with you. And I know that you didn't know that.
He didn't want to tell
He
you.
didn't tell you, but I do think it's pretty brutal to ditch somebody like that.
We all think that. I bet you think that. How would you feel if someone left you in the middle of a date?
how would you feel if somebody fell asleep on yours?
Oh, he did. He fell
What happened? It
asleep.
wasn't that bad.
Wait, he fell asleep.
Listen, I excused myself to the restroom. When I got back, maybe 5 minutes later, he was asleep.
Okay, but
But did
it's not like he fell asleep like while talking to you.
Yeah,
He
that's
fell asleep
better.
while you weren't there.
Yeah.
What a
I was
bitch.
gone for less than 5 minutes, and
That
I
has
didn't
nothing to
know
do with you, though.
that he was up for 35 hours?
Yeah, he should have told you that.
Saving lives for
Yeah.
35 hours.
So wait, why didn't you wake him up? I would have just woken the person up.
Oh, I tried. I
He was out.
tapped him on the shoulder.
And that's the thing.
I
Why
was
would you
like,
leave him there
Chris,
sleeping like that? That's rude. That's your date.
Were you worried that he was dead?
No, I saw him breathing, but I figured he'd been drinking all day. I didn't know if he was a drunk.
I could see that.
So I did the decent thing. I paid the tab.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He said that he asked the bartender.
And then you left a $20 bill for them.
But the bartender didn't tell him he was asleep. Did the bartender not see?
Maybe not.
Honestly, I have no idea. We weren't very close to him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't notice.
Oh my god.
Well, you're actually closer to him than you realize. You're one phone line away from each other. And when I push this button, you're going to be on the same line. So here we go. I'm pushing it right now.
For the 1,000th time. Hit the
Chris,
button.
you there?
Yeah, hey.
Okay, thank God. I think you fell asleep for a second.
Chris, this all makes sense. Like you feel so relieved.
Oh.
Chris, are you there? You fall asleep now?
Yeah, no, I'm here. Hey,
Okay.
hey, Amanda.
Hi, Chris.
I think we just had that moment.
Yeah.
Come on, that didn't actually happen, right?
What?
Yeah. It did, and it did. Like, I promise you, I sat with you for 15 minutes while you had your head on the table and your hands in your lap, and you were snoring.
You stayed with him while he slept?
Yes, because I thought he would wake up. And I was enjoying our time.
He must have been so gentle.
Chris, how's that make you feel?
I find that pretty hard to believe.
What? Wait, what? You just got up a 35-hour shift. How is that hard to believe?
Because it wasn't my first ever 35-hour shift. I don't just pass out in bars like that.
Well, you go to the bars often after a 35-hour shift?
If anyone deserves a margarita.
I mean,
I think a lot of healthcare workers actually do.
Yeah.
it makes sense, though. I know, but you have like a couple sips of a martini. Those are going to put you out in a second.
I remembered if I passed out, because, I mean, I didn't lose any time. I was there, she left, I waited, and then I like, got right up and went and talked to the bartender. There was no, like, loss of time.
So you don't remember waking up.
But listen, how could she lie? She told us that story before she even knew that you were on that long shift.
And why would she make that up?
I mean, maybe she's trying to cover up because she's on the radio now, that she's trying to look better for ditching me.
I'm not lying, and I don't know how to prove it to you.
We have some security camera footage from inside the restaurant.
Upgrade now into the CCTV.
I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, she didn't even know that you did the 35-hour shift because she told us that before Jeff told her.
No, I think I told her first, and then I
Was it the
asked
other
for
way
her
around?
excuse.
I just don't know what else to say. Like, it happened, and I'm sorry that it did, and that it sucks, and I would have been more understanding, and I probably would have responded to the text messages that you sent me if I had known the circumstances.
Okay. Well,
This is like a classic.
I think overall, like before all the sleeping confusion, he liked Amanda, Amanda liked Chris.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to that moment and offer to send you guys out again. I need to ask Amanda, would you like to go out with Chris one more time, give it another shot for him to be awake the entire dinner? And we would pay for it.
Well, I should be totally transparent with him on the line. I am seeing other people because I'm dating. I'm not exclusive with anybody. So if that's something that he's okay with, going on a casual date, I would like to try again. I really liked our time together.
Oh, that makes you feel special, huh, Chris?
That's so normal. I didn't think you would say that. Yeah.
Hey,
Chris,
She's honest. She's forthright.
what do you think about being one of many?
I mean, I just believe her, and now she's saying she might go out with me amongst a bunch of other guys, which is also, I guess, why she didn't have any room in her schedule to go out except that one night.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, maybe you shouldn't believe that she will go out with other guys, too. Don't believe her on that fact either.
You're not going to say no, are you, Chris?
No.
Wait, no to broker.
Yeah, no to broker. No.
Oh, yeah, or go to the date.
No to the date. I don't believe her. I think.
All right. Mark it up on the board. 941 no's for Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. Well, Chris, make sure you get some rest, okay? We'll see you in a week.
He's asleep.
I'll try.
Oh, there he is.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.